special event alert.
I'm pretty sure I have seasonal affective disorder because I was just too depressed to get out of bed and come to work on time. Which is excuse number 344 for being late for changeover. Your weekly space news and variety show. I'm your host, Marty Smith, and I'm joined by Mr. History, Eric Brott.
What's up, fellas?
Everybody's dying over there, man.
And our man in the closet, Jake Wall.
Good to see you guys, even if you are under the weather.
Oh my God.
Mr. Mine. I'm not under the weather. Mine was a fake cop to add some ambiance.
Like this.
It is.
I got
You
the
didn't have to
seasonal
make it a pussy
affective
call.
disorder. I got the black lung pop.
I'm dying out here.
You've been down there for one day.
Exactly.
We're here to bring you
for a month. Get out of here with this bull crap.
We're here to bring you the latest headlines and updates pertinent to all Guardians and to the lesser branches as well. So take your seats, get informed, and have a laugh. Because
Late For Changeover is rocking it from the mountain to the space coast.
So, I was Jake. We got metal studs inside our place, right? They build metal studs on the outside. Garage and all that shit's wood studs. Inside's metal studs. So we want to get the TV hung up because they put the outlet up on the wall and the place where you can snake the cords down. But they say call these guys because they're good with the metal studs. So I called him. I told Eric this. I called him. And the guy goes, well, I'd like to come out this week, but all my guys have some kind of sickness. And I was like, really? And he goes, in fact, I'm kind of sick. And I go, I'm sick too. And he goes, the doctor told those guys they got RSV. Ooh. I was like, are you fucking kidding? RSV? And then I started thinking about it more. And the more I start, it's like when you go on WebMD and you start reading shit, and you're like, I think I got that.
Self-diagnosing.
And I started typing up RSV, and I was like, "Oh, I think I got
I must have it.
I think I got
notes. Check the lymph
RSV."
nodes.
I know. I'm like, oh, that hurts too.
My taint is sensitive.
How did WebMD know?
I know. It's
That's
a
how they got
psyop,
the MD.
man. It's all one massive psyop. That's we should have looked up WebMD when COVID started. Just like, take the vaccine. Take the vaccine.
Psyop.
It had just been a picture of a syringe.
And Eric, you'd be happy to know that the FDA did come out and is putting black box warnings on the COVID vaccines for the association with myocarditis in young kids.
Oh, snap. Really? That changed, huh?
I don't think Bruce Lee will be taking any more of those particular shots.
Oh, man.
Nope.
I haven't taken any. Well, look, here, knock on wood. I had a tetanus shot, but I haven't had a flu shot since I retired.
No, me neither.
And
Says the guy.
Yeah.
But,
just fine. Just fine.
that's a good point. It doesn't really
not
back
flu.
much.
They don't have an RSV shot. You're good.
Doesn't really. Actually, they do. They have an RSV vaccine.
Well, you should have got it.
Yeah, too late now.
Yep. Your left nipple would have fallen off, but you wouldn't have had a scratchy voice. So,
well, I did get that first COVID shot at Buckley with the little airman who filled out the little miscut square piece of paper to show that I got the next one, and then you got to come back for your second one. And I was like, like hell I do, and they just like wrote that second one in there. But I was like, what kind of tracking system is this? This is horrible. This is horrible. So anyway, good to see you guys. Yeah, you got some snow back in the mountains. We got some rain out here on the coast, and it is depressing. That's why I brought that up. My wife's like, I think I got seasonal affective disorder, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Already.
When you say, run upstairs, honey, I'll be
Florida's
right.
killing you.
And, did they come up with seasonal affective disorder, depression. Did they come up with the acronym and then stick words to it because you're just sad? You're just sad, you know.
Yeah. Welcome to England, but with warmer weather. There's a reason they conquered the rest of the fucking globe. All right, it's because it's trashy all year long there, and they're like, we got to go to India just to get a tan.
Let's go to fucking Africa. Let's go down and take over half of Africa. Look at this shit.
There's this area called India. You can get a tan. It's hot. They have spices in their food.
Oh yeah. I mean, they never get snow.
Let's go, boys.
Sleet or anything. That's true. They weren't conquering a whole lot of northern stuff, right?
No.
They were all, East India Trading Company, all that shit. So that was all down in the latitude.
Caribbean.
Right?
Warm.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we'll build your city up. No problem. Here you go. And we'll stay here for 100 years till you all revolt against us. But then,
And then the French were like, this is a good idea. How about we just take Africa? Good call, boys.
Okay.
French were like, you guys have Africa. We're going to take this place, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand.
Well, that's exactly it. French were in Africa and then Southeast Asia.
Oh, my God.
Yep. Put a stamp
And we
on it.
were like, Mexico, you got it. We don't even want part of Mexico.
Yeah,
We're cutting it off right here, baby. Too goddamn hot.
nah, we got Guam, we got Alaska, we got Hawaii,
Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
Puerto
that's
Rico,
true. A little bit.
little islands. We just take over islands.
Yeah, you can be part of us, but that's it. We'll give you aid. Holiday spirit abounds, and so does our first couple stories here. All right. So there's first stories from space.com, and I wasn't even going to bring this up because I remember doing it, but it was way back when they had it was so lame because the website would have the Santa move a little bit every hour. This is before, you had the call-in centers, but now I didn't even realize that until you told me about it, Jake. From space.com, NORAD launches a Santa tracker for kids and families worldwide for the 70th year.
Yeah.
70 years. That's about the only thing that's going on in NORAD right now is the Santa tracker. But, the North American Aerospace Defense Command launched its Santa tracking program on Monday, December 1st, giving kids and families a front row seat to Santa Claus's Christmas Eve journey. NORAD has tracked Santa for 70 years as he soars across the globe, delivering presents in addition to monitoring and defending North American airspace every day. So we got Santa and we got the inbound ICBMs, just in case.
Yeah.
Well, and they correct me if I'm wrong, back in my day, there were NORAD sites with Canadians.
Yes.
Canadians had alert aircraft.
Oh, yeah.
That because I went and did a anti-terrorism force protection inspection on those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Did they pass or did they fail?
They passed.
Oh.
Yeah. You're not going to fail. You're not going to fail your NATO Canadian partner.
Exactly.
Well,
there's still a bunch of NATO guys here at Peterson, right? Oh, a bunch of Canadian officers and stuff.
Yeah. Give them some recommendations, smack them around, and head out.
Yeah.
But I figured hard ass Eric Perrott, the IG guy, would not let anybody pass on anything questionable.
Nope.
No. He's looking. He's turning an eye.
We gave them recommendations.
Yeah. See? blatant favoritism.
Probably because the team was like, if we write this up, you know how much more paperwork that is to write all this stuff up.
It was a really cool trip up to the northeast corner of frickin' Canada, which was what the hell is that place? It was cold, man.
Quebec? No, is Quebec up there? Yeah.
No,
Nova Scotia.
Near Nova Scotia.
Oh, God.
I remember they put a rope off the drop of the 141 on the door to the front door of the terminal.
Frozen.
So you had to stay on the rope.
Oh, yeah. Thule
That's awesome.
Right? or Patufic, whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's freaking nasty. The
NORAD Track Santa website, which is www.noradsanta.org, features Santa's North Pole Village, which includes a holiday countdown, games, movie theater, holiday music, web store, and more. The website is available in 9 languages: English, French, Spanish, German, Italian, Japanese, Portuguese, Chinese, and Korean. On December 24th, trackers worldwide can call 1-877-HI-NORAD from 4 a.m. to midnight to ask live operators about Santa's location. Yeah. Now, Jake, you said you did this.
I was one of those live operators 3 years in a row.
And you wore an elf hat.
Yeah, really? You literally just, I mean, it's a volunteer thing. So you sign up for whatever shift you want. So it's not busy during the day, but in starting like evening time, then everybody in the States starts calling in, and
that's still pretty cool, man.
But we did have linguists, like everybody's wearing a Santa hat, but any of the linguists or anybody that spoke Spanish or German or whatever, they were wearing a different hat. And so you'd answer the phone and be like, NORAD Track Santa. And if they were Spanish speaking, you would just be like, hey, Spanish linguist. And they would come over and hand over the headset, and they would take over and answer the call and talk. Most of the time, the kids are like, where's Santa?
Like, yeah, right.
You got literally the NORAD tracker up on your computer.
Shows him where he's at in the world.
Oh, Santa's right here. Where are you at? Most of the time, the parents just want us to tell the kids to go to damn bed.
Go to bed.
They're like, "Oh man, he's close. You better go to bed. You better not be awake when he comes in." The mom's like, "Thank you so much. Thank you." Like honestly, that was most of the time, but it was a good time. It was fun.
I saw a video of it. It's like a telethon where you just all in rows, right, answering phones and stuff.
Took over multiple. They set up for that weeks ahead of time, and they take over one of the facilities on Peterson, and they've got like the lobby, and then coordinators will be like, hey, snacks and beverages are right here, but you're assigned to this position in this room, and you go in there at a big conference table, and there's just phones and headsets everywhere around this conference table, and there was like 3 or 4 different rooms full of people. Yeah.
And it's that busy? That many people are calling? Wow.
Yeah, dude. People were calling. Like, you would hang up a phone call and wait maybe 5, 10. I think 4 minutes was the longest I ever waited.
Sure. Yeah.
But it was like 30 seconds later, you're like, boop, NORAD Track Santa.
NORAD Track Santa.
Yeah. It was
That's
crazy.
Cool.
That's pretty
So they didn't hold it at the mountain. I always thought they did it in the mountain.
Oh no, it was at Peterson.
On Pete, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't
I don't think they could get
something like that, was it?
I don't think it was it's by the club. It used to be way back in the day it's the Airman Education Center, like the ALS schoolhouse area.
That makes sense. They would have enough lines to do it there.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. So
very cool, man. Very cool. So what is it again? Let's see. 1-877 HI NORAD NORAD. So tell your kids to call, and we'll find out where Santa is.
Yeah, I like it.
It's exciting.
That's pretty cool. In keeping with the spirit, let's move on to I think it's stripes.com. No, Task and Purpose. No, it was stripes.com. Sorry.
Man, you're going to stop with that graspy growl. You're turning me on. It all sounds.
You need to get more Adam Carolla and be like,
we'll do some more ASMR and put it out on your OnlyFans.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. I like it.
Mr. History and Mr. ASMR.
So a Coast Guard helicopter flies ho, ho, ho in their holding pattern off the coast of Puerto Rico. A Coast Guard MH-60T Jayhawk was in a festive mood over the weekend, issuing a holly jolly ho, ho, ho in the skies. As spotted by the flight radar, I always want to say flight trader, Flight Radar 24 flight tracking site, and shared on its X account, the Coast Guard helicopter was flying over the Caribbean Sea just off the coast of Puerto Rico and decided to write out a holiday message. It flew in a few loops and sharp turns to spell out Santa's go-to exclamation. So here's what they did.
Wow, it's pretty.
That's got to be a navigator's wet dream, right? Because he doesn't know where he's going. He's like, turn now, sir. Turn here, turn around, right? Because they can't see anything. It's only these guys tracking it can see it. So, yeah, I mean that's.
I mean, it's not as cool.
Hey, the last time we saw, that's what I was going to say. What is cool is the last picture we saw.
That last one was
it's
not in trouble.
No phallus, that's for sure. No phallus, that's for sure. But the Coast Guard was carrying a Santa and an elf and transporting them, and they had a little bit of a wait, so they decided to go ho ho ho. So
that's pretty cool.
There you go.
That's fun.
Yeah. Pilots of different military aircraft have a history of getting creative with their flight paths. They can often draw or write messages with their aircraft, only really visible to people specifically watching the flight patterns. The drawings are often silly messages or a hang loose shaka for some good natured fun. Ever so often, though, pilots get more R-rated and vulgar. Phallic drawings are not uncommon, sometimes left as insults, sometimes drawn in great detail to the ire of Coast Guard officials.
There you go.
Nice.
This, however, was not that. No Grinches to be found or a sleigh, just Santa in a Jayhawk helicopter.
How nice.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Christmassy spirit. Now, it's something wrong when you can draw a sexual symbol better than you can write ho, ho, ho.
It is.
Well, there's, C-130 is not going to write no ho, ho, ho.
No.
You know what I mean?
True.
That would be a mess. So only the helicopters are going to go to that curse of a holding pattern. So
yeah.
All right, I have Guardian Arena on there, but I've got to tell you, I've got an issue with this story.
It inspires rage already.
It pisses me off because they were like, "Ooh, Guardian Arena. This is a Space Force competition that they did in Patrick." Right? They brought 35 different Space Force teams, and they were supposed to compete physically. And then the little tagline under it said, "You're competing physically, and you're also calculating answers to problems." So I read through the article. There's no calculation in there. There's none of that. It's them doing like some physical fitness stuff that are like taken from some of the games or some of the races and stuff.
Was it an obstacle course or just
partly, partly was some endurance stuff. It was kind of like what are those team runs that were real popular? I don't hear about them too much anymore.
No, like a Tough Mudder,
like Tough Mudder type stuff. They were kind of those kind of things. There wasn't any electrified barbed wire, which would
Spartan race and stuff.
Yeah, Spartan racing. But so I was like, oh, okay. This is going to be like a biathlon where they're like cross country skiing and they got to stop and fire, something where they got to slow the heart rate down to concentrate. And maybe they got to figure out some orbital mechanics or something like that. And I'd be like, oh shit, that'd be cool. There wasn't any of that.
No such.
There wasn't any of that.
So what was it?
No.
I can't.
They were just talked about the physical stuff. That was it. That was it. It was so disappointing. That's what I'm talking about.
That's probably because all the Space Force guys failed the space stuff. They're like,
so was it Space Force cops doing that part, or was everybody that was competing?
There's no such thing as a Space Force cop.
Oh,
we use Air Force cops.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, Space Force only has Intel, Space Ops, and somebody else.
Yeah, maybe Cyber or something like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Space Force has none of their own support.
No,
okay.
All Air Force support.
Good to know that now.
We're the nerd branch of the Air Force.
Yeah.
All right. I got you.
It pisses it pisses Air Force off even more because they're like, support these guys.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So it was all just kind of physical stuff. CrossFit games, they said, and they took some of the events from the CrossFit games. But there was I looked and I could not find see, it says further competition, Space Force pits 35 teams against each other in both physical tests such as timed weightlifting event and tactical challenges and subjects including space domain awareness, space launch operations, and position navigation and timing.
So is
I
that
didn't see
anything
any
done on a radar scope?
So all they had was launch and PNT guys.
Yeah, it sounds.
That's why they couldn't afford to lose them.
And I think
those
that
guys
was
don't do trash half the time.
that was
like-
probably like a written test by the officers to do, and then submit the score. That combined with the physical stuff they had to go do.
That'd be fun.
So I guess
We
they're
used
trying
to do stuff like that. We used to remember the
Guardian Challenge.
Guardian Challenge, man.
Oh,
that
that was big.
that was big.
Yeah,
and
you
people
played
used
into
to
that too.
practice that.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
practice for that, because they would just throw World War III plus at you in a scenario, in
situations,
whatever
yeah,
mission
right,
area
right.
you were in.
We know the
And-
crew side of Guardian Challenge, Eric. What did you
Yeah.
do for the cop side of Guardian Challenge?
Well, it wasn't even back in my day. It started
Check
out
a line
as
badge.
airlift rodeo. It started Volant rodeo. Then it went to airlift rodeo. And then from no. And then it ended up being Defender Challenge. Do you remember when it was Defender Challenge?
Oh yeah, Defender Challenge. That's right.
Yeah,
yeah.
that
You
was
could get
big.
you could get a patch for that, couldn't you? I think. You won it or something?
I got 2 achievement medals for being the
Oh,
captain
there
of
you
2
go.
teams that year.
You got credit on a test, promotion test.
2 of them,
Jeez,
baby.
man. 2
2 of
points
them.
on a promotion test for doing that crap.
Team captain for Space Command Defender Challenge.
Marty's just pumped about a damn patch, and you're like, "How about 2 points on a promotion test?" Bitches.
Right. I spent a full month
That's
and a
pretty
half.
great, man. Yeah, that's
I
That
spent
is
a full
impressive.
month and a half up at Guernsey, at the training area,
oh, Camp
Yeah.
Guernsey. God dang.
doing M60 fire, 9mm fire,
Nice.
203 grenade fire, obstacle course running,
That
active
sounds like a
patrolling.
good time. Don't play it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
It
that
was a
sounds
good
like
time,
lot.
except there was nothing to do in
Other
downtime.
than shoot all those
Oh.
wonderful guns and have a good time.
That was fun when you did that.
And
but you
dick
didn't do that
around and have
24/7.
barbecues with the guys I hung out with all day.
No, we ended up just
Ooh.
playing some ball.
Oh, there you go.
Of course.
Football.
Of course.
And cards came out at one point in time too.
Oh, yeah.
There were spades
for
or
sure.
hearts or
Those
whatever.
down times, man.
Oh.
It was all that.
Yeah.
So, good time.
Exactly.
Oh, anyway, they held it Monday and Tuesday, and I was a little disappointed.
Is that held at Buckley? Where was it?
No, it was in Patrick.
Patrick in
Oh,
Florida.
in Florida. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Right.
so anyway, I was a little let down with the meat of the article.
They held it Monday and Tuesday of last week, or
I don't know, man.
either way. But that's funny because Space Flag is going on right now. So it's
Oh,
those
really?
are the two. Those are like the 2 space nerd groups that don't play in Space Flag, like because it's all orbital warfare and stuff out here.
It said it was Monday and Tuesday at Patrick. Yeah, of this week.
So those guys got a fun TDY while these guys out here at Schriever are doing Space Flag.
Space flag. What exactly is that? I've never heard of space flag.
It's space for space exercises. It's
okay.
literally orbital warfare stuff, but
Okay.
they don't deliver any products to tangible warfighters. They just fly satellites around and say, "Don't look at my satellite."
It's more like brainstorming kind of thing.
I'm gonna look at your satellite. No, that's all Space Flag is.
And they would come up with scenarios, and you would have to war game how to react to this scenario. That kind of thing.
I got you.
There's a red
send
side
it
and a blue
out.
side.
So yeah, it's not blue on red kind of operations as you would picture them, Eric.
Got it.
No medals given out there, so
There's no purple nurples given.
have no interest
Purple
whatsoever.
There's a lot of whiteboarding and dry erasing.
Yeah,
Sounds
A
terrible.
lot of satellite toolkit stuff.
Even worse. Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
and it's 24-hour ops, so people are really annoyed.
Oh,
They have
with
to
no,
be there for
we're
the
space
mid-shifts.
flight. It's not. There's no mid shift out here. Don't you worry.
Oh, they didn't run a 24-hour ops?
No.
Oh, shit.
No.
Oh, All right, pause X at 6 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Kinder,
All right.
softer force,
Now,
man.
Yep. To keep in mind, we paused at this point in time. 3 orbital commands have passed. We've done these 2 commands. Game on. That's it.
It's your starting status in the morning.
That's exactly it.
So, it's even worse. I try to picture what we say to Eric through his eyes, and he's like,
"Oh,
I can actually see. Look at my eyes. I can actually believe that space jobs will become worse than being a security forces guy in the long run." That's what I'm thinking.
Look, we had our survey last week. Our cyber was already the 5th worst job to have in the air.
It's catching. Yep. Yeah.
But that's okay.
And with AI command and control,
we're going to AI everything.
That's fact.
We don't even need to. We don't need to recruit because we're getting rid of our own jobs in the space force. So. Oh my God!
Robots here and robots there, man.
All right, let's have some fun. Especially since my cold medication is going to need another dose here soon.
Another dose.
I can't even say it. Let's go into unheralded history. Who thinks they can outdo the other? Anybody want to go first?
You want to do timeline? When was yours, Eric? Mine's 43, 1943.
Mine's 54.
64.
All right. Go ahead, Jake.
All right. I got the ALSOS mission, ALSOS missions. There were 3 phases, and this is the precursor to Operation Paperclip, which is where Operation Paperclip, very quick rundown. We go into Germany. We kidnap a bunch of high-level Nazi scientists. We bring them to Alabama. We start NASA. That's Operation Paperclip in a nutshell.
Kidnap action.
We literally did that. So high-level Nazis. Before that, we had the ALSOS missions.
Okay.
And it was a small group of military guys and a small group of super nerd scientists, also incorporated with the Manhattan Project and any missile technology we could get a hold of. Those guys are smart on the missile technology and potential nuclear weapons.
All right.
These ALSOS mission guys are moving up the front line in Italy, capturing any scientists, any technology, any missiles, anything like that. We can then ship back home to the States. And yeah, so
these guys, that was their only mission, is to
that's their job. That was their mission. Their mission was to military guys keep these scientists alive, and scientists steal as much science shit as you possibly can.
Shit, that's great.
And so they are literally following the front lines all through Italy. So it started in 43, but it was an organized effort by a team of British and United States military scientists, and intelligence personnel to discover enemy scientific developments during World War II. Its chief purpose was to investigate the progress of that Germany was making in the area of nuclear technology.
Wow! So it's
and
just
to seize, and to seize any German nuclear resources that could either be used in the Manhattan Project or worth denying the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
So the Brits and the U.S. are grouping, going all the way north. So there was phase 1, 2, and 3. So Allied invasion of Italy.
Right.
This group of guys are with the Allied front line, going up Italy, just jacking as much scientific stuff as they could possibly do. They move into France, which is phase 2, and then they pushed into Germany, which led into Operation Paperclip, getting all those scientists out and back into the States.
That's cool. So it's just technology grabs walking around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think the ALSOS all sauce missions were just like whatever we can find. We don't really know what's out there. We're going to get it. And then Paperclip was like, oh, we want these
look at
5
who we
guys.
got.
And so it was like more specific.
Yeah.
So they did capture any surviving records, and then they also took most of the senior German research personnel into custody, including Otto Hahn, Max von Loo, Warren Hertzberg, which is one of our higher end scientists, and Carl Friedrich. So those guys are all the founders of the missile technology in NASA.
I mean, even then, if you're looking for different stuff, and let's say you came across, their jet propulsion fighter, for the first time, went, oh, look at this.
What is this?
I mean,
the standard troops not going to know what the hell's going on,
right?
So they're like, dude, talk to the Alsos guys, and they're like running in there, like, oh, look at this.
That'd have been way cool. Or even plans of the tanks and Tigers and Panzers that were so advanced. Weaponry and stuff.
They're just stealing it and keeping it away from the Russians.
We get Von Braun through that Paperclip. Did Von Braun come over? The rocket guy?
I think so. Yeah, Von Braun came over there.
Wow.
So
that is so crazy, man. I don't know how you found these stories, Jake, but they're great.
That's a fun one, huh?
That's a fucking Wild West. I mean, it's crazy.
Wild and it makes total sense, though, does it? Right? I mean, we didn't know there was a group, but it makes sense that we would have had a group going, hey, they were so far advanced in what they could do. We need to find that shit.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There was one point in the story where they actually got on the other side ahead of the Allied line, and they were into enemy territory. And then they're like, they were like, oh crap! So they're holding the scientists and holding this research facility and just waiting for the Allied front line to take over them.
Oh my god!
So they're like, okay, here we go.
That's crazy.
I was like, this is ridiculous, man. These guys are crazy. So
the all sauce missions.
I wonder if those were volunteer guys or an actual active duty unit, or was it volunteers? You think, or
I mean, you're not getting like E4s and E5s.
Well, no, they got legit scientists. That's what was crazy. They had legitimate intel guys and MIT.
No, I'm talking about the actual guys on our side doing the mission.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Scientist. Okay, all right.
I think one of them was Major William Alice, originally from MIT, and then he served in the War Department. It's on the scientific staff.
That makes sense because they got to know what they're looking at.
Right?
Or at least have a clue. Yeah.
So they give them a uniform and they make them some innocuous major rank, which is
So Lieutenant Colonel Boris Pash, the commander of the unit, Pash had served as the head of the counter intel branch in the Western Defense Command. So he was an intel guy for a long time. He had investigated suspected Soviet espionage in the radiation laboratory at Berkeley. And Pash's command compromised his executive officer, Captain William B., and 4 other counter intel corps agents. It comprised 4 counter intel agents, 4 interpreters, 4 scientists.
Wow.
So, Dr. James Fisk from the Bell Telephone Company, which that's always been a big front kind of thing.
Think tank,
Dr. John Johnson from Cornell University, Commander Bruce Old from the Office of Naval Intelligence, and MIT, and then Major William Alice, originally from MIT, but then served in the War Department. So,
man, these guys are just doing no bounds, man. Just doing what they needed to do. That's crazy. It's amazing. Good story, Jake. That's a good
I like that one.
So, out of that story, as we head into the Cold War after World War II, and we've already covered a couple of these things about these crazy ideas of what we can do with nukes, right? Well, here's another one. This is Project Pluto and the SLAM missile. Have you ever
I'm
heard
surprised
of
we haven't blown the shit out of us.
Oh, wait till you hear this one.
The nuked us before.
This is the SLAM missile. which stands for supersonic low altitude missile. That's a SLAM missile. It was all under Project Pluto. So they thought this up. They go to the Air Force and call it a weapon dubbed the supersonic low altitude missile, or the SLAM. The SLAM missile program was to utilize a ramjet nuclear propulsion system on the missile itself. And it's developed under the name Project Pluto. So this was this gigantic cruise missile with a nuclear power plant, which could go forever. Now, SLAMs were conceived of as unmanned nuclear-powered ramjets capable of delivering thermonuclear warheads deep into enemy territory. Nuclear propulsion offers practically endless range, and estimates at the time suggested the American SLAM missile would likely fly for 113,000 miles or more before its fuel was out.
What?
The missile could fly around the entire globe at the equator at least 4.5 times.
Holy cow!
Dude.
Now, the missile's nuclear reactor was unshielded. So powering the missile would practically rain radiation onto the ground as it flew.
Oops.
Offering the first of at least 3 separate means of destruction the SLAM missile would dish out. It gets better. Now, they did cancel this thing. They thought it up in 55 and they canceled it. But listen, in order to more effectively leverage the unending range of the nuclear ramjet, the SLAM missile was designed to literally drop hydrogen bombs on targets as it flew. Finally, with its bevy of bombs expended, the SLAM missile would fly itself into one final target, detonating its own thermonuclear warhead as it did. That final strike could feasibly be days or hypothetically even weeks after the missile was first launched. Just like boop, boop, hydrogen bomb, hydrogen bomb.
Raining radiation.
Yes.
Randomly chucking hydrogen bombs, and then it's going to nuke you.
And circumventing the world doing it. That's perfect. Makes total
But
sense.
unlike most cruise missiles, which are designed with a propulsion system meant to carry a warhead to its target, Project Pluto's SLAM carried not only a thermonuclear warhead, but 16 additional hydrogen bombs that it could drop along its path to the final target. Some even suggested flying the missile in a zigzagging course across the Soviet Union, irradiating massive swaths of territory and delivering its 16 hydrogen bombs to different targets around the country.
We are just trying to go.
I know. I know.
Good night.
These guys are all unchecked with their ideas. No bad ideas, guys. Come on. What do you got?
Wow.
But the nuclear-powered ramjet was so loud that the missile's designers theorized that the shock wave of the missile flying overhead on its own would likely kill anyone in its path.
If the radiation
just a
didn't get
bonus.
this, the other one will.
And if not, then the gamma and neutron radiation from the unshielded reactor sputtering fission fragments out the back probably would. While this effectively made the missile's engine a weapon in its own right, it also made flying the SLAM over friendly territory not only impossible but a significant geopolitical concern. So this is why why it was canceled. Ultimately, it was canceled before ever leaving the ground. Cancellation came for a litany of reasons, including the development of ICBMs and the introduction of Global Strike B-52s. There were, however, some other considerations that led to the program's downfall. Because the SLAM would irradiate, destroy, or deafen anyone and anything it flew over, the missile could not be launched from U.S. soil or be allowed to fly over any territory other than its target nation. That meant the missile could really only be used from jets outside the Soviet border, whereas ICBMs and B-52s we can launch from here. They were also a pressing concern that developing such a terrible weapon would likely motivate the Soviet Union to respond in kind. So Project Pluto was canceled on July 1st, 1964.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
These
That's
guys
awesome.
are unchecked.
A crazy weapon.
Can you imagine this thing so loud?
You know, since we've been doing Unheralded History, the amount of non-smarts going into the ideas continue to just amaze me. I'm like, did you not think about this thing blowing
like
contaminants?
I think they're just like, hey, that could be a bonus too. We could just irradiate all of the Soviet Union with a couple
Kill
of these
everybody.
Yeah. It
Unbelievable.
started off as a problem. He's like, it's shooting radiation out the back, dude.
It's like,
Oh,
no.
Is that a bad
bonus.
thing?
That's a bonus. We can use that.
Look what we could do.
What if we're raining toxic radiation over Russia?
And for some
Or
reason,
France, not cool. Russia, cool.
They're like, what about the crew that has to launch it? And I'm like, they're not going to get irradiated. Trust me. They won't even know about it. Nobody gets irradiated.
Automatically 100% disabled just from hearing.
Look at all those pictures we showed of like guys 5 miles away with the binoculars watching the mushroom
standing
cloud.
up in a trance. Beautiful.
That's enough.
They got a porcelain coffee cup over their jar going, this is enough, right? Yeah, just in case.
You're good.
Put some sand in it. Put some sand in the coffee cup.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, good point.
Gotta have some sand.
Holy shit, we
guys,
did so much.
What a great segue into mine.
Oh, perfect. Dovetail.
You guys are dropping radiation. I'm going to try to control the weather.
Oh, yeah.
So, in the Vietnam era, you guys are all pretty familiar with Agent Orange, and we were trying to deforest, kill all the jungle down so we could see. Yeah. Well, this was another idea. It was called weather modification.
Oh.
Yeah, it became known as
the Jews have been doing this for years.
Weather mod.
I'm just kidding. Caught you a little off guard, huh, Eric?
Yeah, a little. Oh. Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm just playing.
But
pay attention, Eric. Pay attention.
Weather modification was a technology once embraced by the U.S. military as a tool to help before wartime and peacetime missions. However, interest in the ability to modify weather waned following the end of the Korean conflict, going into the Vietnam era. It was non-existent. So, with the onset of the conflict in Southeast Asia, operational interest in modifying weather to support combat operations increased. So, Ho Chi Minh Trail, busy bringing in supplies. They decided that, and by the way, Operation Popeye was the name of this thing, and it was actually deemed partially successful, which surprised me. Yeah. So this thing, the goal of such a program would be to flood supply routes used by the North Vietnamese into South Vietnam by seeding clouds in the area. Between 1949 and 1978, China Lake developed concepts, techniques, and hardware that were successfully used in hurricane abatement, fog control, and drought relief. So seed the clouds, create monsoon rains that would flood out all the trails.
No way.
Create monsoon rains in the non-monsoon months?
Exactly.
They actually get monsoons over there.
Right. But they wanted to continue to just frickin' drown them. So the prime objective of Project Popeye was to tailor the cloud seeding techniques developed by the Naval Ordnance Test Station. Hold on, I got something in my way here. Go away. It's a hell of a thing when you get an ad in front of it. So
I thought it was your wife.
No. The techniques developed by the Naval Ordnance Test Station in China Lake, California, to the unique meteorological terrain and operational conditions that existed in a particular area. So the next phase 1B, would last approximately 30 days and would consist of 50 cases of samples of randomly selected but controlled cloud seeding operations.
Wow.
Ended up working. And in the end, however, it proved impossible to determine the amount of additional rainfall caused by cloud seeding rather than other factors, and thus justifying the recurring outlay. The Defense Intelligence Agency estimated that seeding increased rainfall in limited areas up to and by 30% above that predicted of existing conditions. But this figure admittedly was the result of empirical and theoretical techniques based on units expended and the physical properties of the air mass. So it worked, and then other times, not so much.
Huh.
So it ended.
Well, UAE is using it and used it last year
for crops, right?
For their cloud seeding, and it flooded the crap out of Dubai. Like 15 people died or something like that because of the.
Well, and
21 people died in floods.
I think a lot of that occurred here too. So from time to time, especially during 71, tropical storms either intensified the downpour associated with the southwest monsoon or extended the rainy season beyond its anticipated close, causing mass flooding, creating havoc for the civilian population. Atmospheric conditions over either the Indian Ocean or the South China Sea would erupt rather than cloud seeding over southern Laos spawn these typhoons. Typhoon-induced rains interfered with cloud seeding. It was a mess, but it did work on the trail.
Earth's weather at all.
No, controlling it. No. So it was iodide seeding by a C-130, man.
That is cool, though.
Yeah. Well, you know what? When you start thinking about all the Mother Nature's things that you can weaponize, look out, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could harness a tornado and put a tornado down on an enemy somewhere, create a tornado, create a freaking hurricane, an earthquake, or such.
Didn't Trump say that a few years ago about bombing up the hurricane or something like that? I think he did say that. They probably have it. You know, there probably was some DARPA guys pulling us sleeves like, "Hey, we can do this if you want."
He got a read in somewhere, and he was like, he read too far into it.
You guys can do this, right? Why don't we just do it? Let's do
Don't do into the details, President.
Don't tell anybody we can do it. Come on, man.
We have to have
for the Russians.
Reasonable way of saying no. It wasn't us.
Tornado in Moscow.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't trust anything we do anymore. Anything that happens.
Me neither. After what
we've done enough stories.
That contrail conspiracy theory of them like manipulating our minds and manipulating the weather, and we're like,
my God,
there's literally. I'm not saying this conspiracy theory is valid at all. I'm just saying there's enough truth out there of how humans have dicked around with the environment, to plant the seed that it might be real. You know,
well, sure. Like, I mean, before I started doing the podcast with you guys, I was definitely more of a, they wouldn't do that shit. They'd never do that shit. And now that I've seen all these stories, and I'm like, wow.
Why wouldn't they be doing
unbelievable,
this?
Man.
You got just money. You're just like, hey, go work on this for a while.
Let's see what this can do. That's unbelievable.
Dang. Well done, gentlemen. How do we do that inadvertently that we fed off into all of them?
Yeah. You know, crazy.
They all involve the communists somehow. You see that?
Dirty communists.
Daddy guys.
And you even got space laser in there too, Jake.
Yeah. There you go.
That's a rarity. That should have been our word of the podcast.
Space laser.
Use space laser.
You need to clip on us. Yeah, exactly.
Just thinking Pee-wee's Playhouse if I could do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Well, I am fading fast, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I got to go tend to my RSV.
Get some more of that Sudafed. Get the real stuff. The behind the counter stuff.
The de-niffing stuff.
You got to sign for it.
Yeah, give your license, your driver's license number.
I got a bad back, right? And so the VA had given me basically Voltaren. They give you that stuff. You heard of that stuff, like the arthritic stuff? It's a gel. It's an external gel, but it used to be
it was a flying dinosaur. I didn't know
that. But they made it. They made it available over the counter, and you get it, and it has all this warning on it. It's like, and it has a little guide, little plastic guide that says you can only use this much in one day.
And they give more than that. This much.
Oh, they give you this much. Yeah,
just pour it on.
You paying attention to that little guide? I'm like, I got
suggestions.
I got a waiting tub of that stuff just laying in it.
Slathered up, baby. Slathered up.
Is this too much? Sure feels great. Oh hell! On that note,
The old ladies downstairs. Marty, are you rubbing or rolling into Voltairean again?
what are you talking about? They got Voltairean parties out here, baby.
Yeah, they probably do that.
Oh, Phase 6 is having their Voltairean party. Come on down. Swimsuit optional.
It's like a bunch of kiddie pools that everybody's just wrestling in.
Bunch of old folks.
15
Old fogies.
15 septuagenarians out there. Just come on in. The gel's fine.
Just walks, splashing it up. Puddles
All right.
of it in the belly button.
We have reached an all-time low. You're talking in with paint gel.
Oh, it's a good party.
Just so much gray chest hair just stuck.
With Jimmy Buffett music playing in the background.
Boom.
That makes it all okay.
Sure.
On behalf of all of us here, I'd like to thank you for listening today. Please like, share, subscribe, and let us know how we did in the comments. And as always, make sure next week that you are not
Late for Changeover.
And thanks for the week, and everyone listening and watching. Thanks for watching and listening. We'll see you next week.
Eric, don't pretend like you're not on your way to a Voltairean party right now. Don't even pretend.
I've got my roll of paper towels right here.
Exactly. I knew it. I knew it.
How did you know?
You were really cagey about it. You're like, you're going to blow my cover.
I didn't know you could see that. Oh.
We'll see you next week, guys.